Your dog is barking at you, nipping, maybe they become really mouthy or pawing you. It can be an attention-seeking behavior. Oftentimes we see this when the dogs are bored. They don't know what else to do, they can't find something else to occupy their time, and they want to come to you to help them. So when we see these kinds of behaviors, oftentimes it can be due to a lack of mental or physical stimulation. So we need to look back at what their days are like. So does that mean that they need to go on longer walks? Do they need to have a little bit more sniffing on those walks? Do they need some off-leash playtime? Do they need to come for daycare? Do they need something to kind of mentally and physically stimulate them to then eventually kind of prevent that boredom from happening? Let's talk about mental stimulation. Oftentimes we focus so much on the physical side of our dog's activity that we don't always think about what they need mentally. Mental enrichment is really critical for your dog's overall needs. Sometimes we start to see that attention or demand barking when your dog's bored and they're coming to you because they need something. But when their needs are met, like through any physical or mental stimulation, we often see those attention-seeking behaviors decline and decrease. How do we provide mental stimulation and enrichment? Through a training session, any type of things to make them work their brain. So oftentimes it can be just a training session. It can be simple, sit down, come, recall, leash walking, attention exercises, something to make them think, and especially learning something new. We then want to look at what fun things can we do that also require them using their brain. So does that mean it's nose work? Do we need to involve some puzzles, a snuffle mat, maybe some type of Kong enrichment toy for them to toss around? Something to keep them mentally stimulated as well. Once we see that our dog's needs are getting met, again, through physical or mental stimulation and enrichment, you will most likely start to see a decline in those attention-seeking behaviors. So are you noticing that they're going over to their bed and laying down more rather than coming to paw at you and try to get your attention? Are you noticing that maybe they're grabbing a bone or a toy to play with by themselves rather than seeking out your attention? If you are, then you know that your routine of what you're doing is working, and that is a huge progress.